The term 21st century skills refers to a broad set of knowledge, skills, work habits, and character traits that are believed by educators, school reformers, college professors, employers to be critically important to the success in today's world. We're going to talk about some of those skills, and we're talking about embracing the 21st century with communication, critical thinking, innovation, creativity, adaptability, of course, problem solving, and collaboration. Let's talk about communication for a second. When we think about communication, we have our traditional face-to-face model where we are communicating with an individual, via conversation, via verbally. But this is the 21st century, and we have different forms of communication now. So you do have to be able to commit those writtenly and verbally. I love the instructional practices that involve the multimedia projects. This allows the students to really express themselves and give them that opportunity to really voice how they feel about the concept and really show their real understanding about what's going on. Students get to work on their tone, how they talk, how they communicate, not only in presentation form but with each other. They get to work on the professional setting and, presentation wise, as far as how to communicate when you are, on the job, how to communicate when you're conducting that presentation, and also casual with each other, how to have that everyday conversation, how to have that conversation with your peers and your group members. Critical thinking. Such an important trait that we must get through to our learners, and we must continue to practice as educators. We have to analyze, we have to synthesize, we have to understand how to summarize, and we have to understand how to interpret. The example I like to use is the project-based learning. I practice project-based learning in my classroom, and I know that if you put a good planned project in base, that you can encompass all of these areas with your learners and stretch yourself as an educator. I love this quote. At the end of the day, if it never changes, what are you going to do about it? A good friend of mine's father told me that. And what I think about is, this gecko right here. We think about the gecko and their ability to adapt. When you can adapt to any environment and adapt to change and be flexible and adjust and modify what you have going on, it makes your abilities even that much more stronger. So as educators and as learners, you have to have that ability to adapt. And collaboration. Collaboration, it encompasses so many things. Your social skills, those teamwork skills, those cooperation, and that participation. They need all of that to make it in this world. And when you give them those collaborative projects and give them group work, they begin to hone in on those. And last but not least, the problem solving, the innovation, and the creativity. We know that these are so important and that we need to continue to grow our learners so that they hone these skills.